before. There was 3. After. Not much to these motors. The blades are sheet aluminum. That is steel. A drill bit will pop those out. It's a magnet motor that those things are, and they're pretty well rusty. Look at that. But that will come apart fairly easy because there's no varnish on it. And cast aluminum bottom I already threw it over there. Uh-oh, I'm missing 2 buckets of cast aluminum. Where'd they go? My extruded got shrunk down. I cut all pieces, neatened up the pile. 2 buckets are outside with lids on. That's the other one. I was running out of room because it was encroaching this way. So cast aluminum top and bottom was on there, so that's just shred. That's a motor that'll be torn apart. That one will be simple. The brushes, the brush housing, they're brass. That's brass, little copper in between. Always trim that off. Gonna take that off. 3 bolts. Simple, simple. I've been using this guy quite a bit. That's a good find on the curb. The whole tool set. And I cleaned the gook off with these, and they are brass. See, I hit them with the grinder. There, and I don't know where else. I know I hit this part with it too. Right there. Come on, focus. I had a feeling it was because non-magnetic, so more for the brassy horde. Oh, oh, oh. In the bucket you go. So I gotta just take that off. That'll go in the brass bucket, cut those apart. There's all them screws so far that have been taken out of that Reefer unit. All these little washers I'm going to hang on to because I always need a small washer. It'll hold these screws, you know, that the screw doesn't fall through. See? Because I always need something a little bit with a fatter head, but you can still kind of countersink these into wood, into plastic, anything, even steel, man. I've been using these screws, mind you, a little longer ones, to if the fridge doors don't stay shut, it goes right through that tin real easy and it screws them shut until I get them to the scrapyard. So I just thought I'd see how difficult it was. Those motors are actually quite simple. 2 screws hold them together on the top, and the whole body slides out. And then there's an Allen key screw on the blade right down there. That comes out and the whole thing comes apart. So simple. I just have to drill these out. So yeah, hoping you're liking the video I popped up this morning. That was actually yesterday's work, but it continues on. I see I got another brass clamp here yet. Right there. It's still attached. And I have no idea what that is. It's a coil of something. Almost doesn't look like it's attached either. But there it is. I don't know, it's full of crap. I haven't touched this thing yet, so I've just been cutting the wires up. To throw them in the wire bucket, they've got to be out of the split loom. Because otherwise they just say, that's shred. Because it's got too much plastic. It's alright to have its own insulation, but not that stuff on top. So, and you see the wire still running somewhere. There must be something down there yet. Watch yourself. They're just running around, running amok. And then I have to figure out a way to get all those. Yeah, I'll show you on this end. I have the things outside the other parts for this. Those things right there. They're all brass, but they got to come off for this to be clean aluminum. Now that one I know won't matter because that's steel. If that has to come off, I do believe it's steel. Yeah. But the rest is aluminum. So Is that thing saying that I'm going to have to rip it all the way apart? I'm seeing 2 more brackets. I hope not. Then I have to get the sawzall out and cut the whole thing right in half. Flip. Is that aluminum? No, that's steel. That's aluminum. That's steel. So yeah, the tubes go through it. This is all aluminum and copper. The tubes go through it. Well, I guess if you're going to support that rad that long, but then why wouldn't they have used aluminum? I wouldn't have to take it apart. So I got to take the 2 ends off and the 2 centers to have a clean rad. Otherwise, that's still dirty rad. You can't have any steel on the rad. ACRs have to be steel free. And it shows how much of a difference copper makes, right? ACRs, aluminum copper rads are worth $2 a pound. And then if they're just aluminum rads, they're worth 50 cents a pound. That's how much of a difference the copper makes in these things. $3.50 a pound or plus, you know. So, yeah, now I got more work to do. I didn't realize that was steel. That's just like that hunkin' rad, the other part of the radiator system that has a whole complete steel chassis. I gotta somehow dig the rad out of that. So. Yeah, she don't like being in the garage with me. Here's the other pieces. That's all brass that's on there. I gotta punch them all out for this to be clean sheet. Here's the bigger part. I gotta finish taking him off yet. But there won't be any punch outs on this to do, which is good. I just have to take that bracket and that bracket off. There's the screw I've been having an issue with. And that'll be clean. And the rad I'm talking about was the other part of the reefer, this guy. You remember him, he's still here. There's a lot of copper on that yet too. So that was the other end of it. That was the part that, because this part blew inside the wagon, that part blew from outside. You know, central air unit, they need 2 pieces, one on the outside, one on the inside. Oh, look at this pathetic ball. Can't kick that very far. Yeah, it used to have air in it. So, yeah, there's lots to do on this. That's going to be fun. Cut, cut, cut. Cut, 4 cuts. There's the big bugger. I don't have the brass all off yet. Here's the other one there right along the back side. And how do you get this out? Well, they snap pretty darn easy. So see that? Pound the screwdriver in and snap. So that made it for an easier time, huh? There's one I forgot to do. Yeah. Yeah. Ta-da! Some nice copper there. So, I'm pretty sure I still have to get these guys out. They are brass. There's 8 of them on this thing because that's what was holding the fans in. 8 that I know of. The rest were rivets. Because it was riveted to this. Yeah. It's still a lot of weight. Brand new Sawzall blade will do the job, I think. I have some brand new ones somewhere. I think they're in this pouch. I might say, yep, there we go. I got some good ones in there. Milwaukee. This is originally what belongs in this pouch. Canadian Tire brand called Mastercraft. But these are just wood cutting blades. That's all they are. They'll sell you a set, let's say of 100 blades, and give you maybe 10 steel cutting blades, and the rest are all garbage, you know? Like, why would you even buy the set? And they're worth $100, these sets, and then they'll put them on sale for $7.99. Well, you know they ain't worth $100 and they can do that. So anyways, and there's even a pair of those. And those are, no, they're wood. I thought those were steel cutting blades for jigsaw. I don't even think I own a jigsaw. I think I sold my last one. I had like 4 or 5 of them. I don't do anything really with woodworking. Sawzall, it's the ultimate tool. Yeah, I have circular saws. I have one with this kit. And I have my wood cutting one, so if I ever need to cut wood. Plus I have Old Faithful. I don't think I have them in here. I think they're hanging in the shed. I got wood cutting saws. If they're good, I don't throw them out. They were either a gift or something else. So, but anyways, I got a couple good blades. It'll zip that apart pretty easy. And I'm almost thinking that that's brass because it's got brass weld on it. But it's still number 2 copper, so that's the way it'll go. Unless that whole chunk is brass. And I doubt it. I know this little piece is. I got to take them off of there yet. That end will be brass. That'll be copper. This one here still needs that off. That's been welded to it, but that'll come off. This is all clean, ready to go in the copper bucket. So a couple rads there to do. I got a bunch in the other shed outside. And a big one outside too. So when I decide to cut him up, I'm going to do them all in one shot. Because I have the big one over here yet to do. Also I have this guy. I got to get him. I'm going to probably need the grinder. I got to get the steel case out of him. Oh, it's getting to be a beautiful day. Look at the ice is melting. That came out of that washing machine from yesterday. That big bugger. Yeah, that's a central air unit. All I did was flatten him out. He's just a single core. But he needs to be cut. I didn't forget about him. These are all cut. There's a pile in there that are all cut. There's a pile in there that aren't cut. So, trailer's empty, and that's the best time to do it. Because if there's any residue of oil in them, it's perfect to leak in the trailer because it helps preserve the wood. That's the way I look at it. So, and I'm going to find out this weekend if the garbage guys take those. They want bulk week every freaking week now. Oh, I almost slipped with the tongue there. So, anyways, that's that. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to get these out. Because they're kind of a rivet when they're put in. I might have to just grind the top off them. I'm going to see if I can do it with a chisel first, but I have my doubts. But anyways, we got to get her cleaned up. So there you have it. Happy Wednesday. Hump day!